that is understanding Java and WebLogic setup.
Got it.
Okay, so today we will discuss about Java and why we need Java and what exactly does Java do and what it facilitates our WebLogic application server with. What does it provide exactly? Right? So why does WebLogic need Java? And if it needs Java, then what exactly like JDK does? There are different terms you might have seen: JDK, JRE, Java compiler, JVM, right? So there are many things involved here. So let us try to understand this because this is very important when you are working in different environments, and you will understand uh, better when it comes to troubleshooting part, understanding the logs and understanding the issues, and you can find out whether it is the issue is related to the application or application server, right? There are two things. Whenever you can see in the logs will be filled up with lots of messages. So yeah, understanding Java and understanding its internal components, its architecture, and what exactly it does. I mean, each and every component. What exactly happens in the background when you deploy the application on the application server? So how does it interact with uh, Java, and how does it execute the code? Because normally the operating systems does not understand Java. It understands only one code, that is machine readable code, which is called binary code. But when the programmers write the language, the application code, that is called source code. So source code will not be understandable by our Windows environment or Linux or Mac OS. They don't understand Java language, right? So let us try now how this try and understand how this Java code is executed on your operating system and what helps in execution and conversion and display you the output, right? So let us try to understand all these things. So Java is a powerful platform independent programming language used to create a wide variety of applications from small utilities to large enterprise systems. So you can also create small programs, and you can also create enterprise systems, which are very huge enterprise applications, right? So it is very powerful, and it is platform independent. So it is not dependent. So it does not depend upon the platform. What does this mean? So the Java code that you have, that not exactly you, but a user has created some Java program, all right, using Java programming language. So this program, it can be executed on Windows, on Linux, on any other platform. So that is called platform independence. So how does Java provide this feature, platform independence, for its applications and code? Let us see that. So applications developed using Java are developed on Java-based servers that internally use uh, JVM, right? So we call our WebLogic instances as server JVM. to run these applications. So applications that are developed using Java are deployed on Java-based servers. So these Java-based servers, it may be WebLogic, WebSphere, JBoss, Tomcat, anything. Yesterday we have discussed, we have seen a list of servers, Java-based, right? So it can be anything. Those all application servers which are Java-based, internally they use JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine, to run the developed applications. Okay, so in the WebLogic setup, creating the environment, first you will install JDK. So to install JDK, you will download the JDK, Oracle JDK. Earlier it was Sun JDK. Now it is acquired by Oracle. It is called Oracle JDK, which is Java Development Kit. So as the name itself says, it is used for development, right? It provides with wide varieties of development tools like debugger, jar, and Java doc, etc. And this developed code has to be compiled first, because the developed code, the programs, the classes, all these are source, right? It is source code. So JDK contains development tools along with compiler. So what does it do? It compiles the Java code to class files, which is a bytecode. So it is compiling the source into bytecode, source code to bytecode. So this bytecode is compiled, source code is compiled to bytecode by Java compiler, which is inside again JDK. And once it is compiled, the other component, which is called JRE. So it provides the runtime environment. So this JRE contains JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So we are integrating this JDK with WebLogic so that our WebLogic server can use all these features in order to compile the application, in order to run the application. So it runs the application once it is compiled, the class files, which is called bytecode, it is executed by the JVM. Again, the JVM is internal component of JRE, which is Java Runtime Environment. Sometimes for some applications, you may not need JDK. You can install only JRE to run your Java-based applications. So this is, you can download this separately and you can download JDK also. So let us see that. JRE, so if there are some applications that require only JRE, only JRE to invoke the application, download Oracle JDK. Okay. So if you go to this website, you can see Java Development Kit. And if you scroll down, you can see Java Runtime Environment, right? So there are two things. JRE, this is JRE, this is JDK. So this JRE, it contains Java Virtual Machine. So this Java Virtual Machine, it actually executes the compiled Java code, which is compiled by Java compiler inside the JDK. So if your application does not require compilation, this is done on the server. And okay, let us say the application is on some Linux server. Okay, here in this VM, you have installed JDK, you have installed WebLogic, and you have deployed the application on the WebLogic server. So there, the Java compiler will compile the code into class files, and from your host operating system, which is Windows, here you can install JRE, and this will invoke the Java application. So do not think that Java application means it is a web application. I'm talking about some other applications that runs on your, it requires JRE to open the application. Okay. So it is not a normal application. It is, these type of applications are used internally. It is not open to public. So we are talking about some core systems. So we are just trying to understand. You can use the JRE also separately in order to invoke your applications. So WebLogic uses the JRE, and it will use the JVM to execute the bytecode. So what is happening here? Developer is developing the Java code and compiling the Java code from .java to .class. And this class is in a bytecode format. So this bytecode is executed by JVM, which is under JRE. So once it is executed, that is human readable format, right? So why do we need Java for WebLogic setup? So operating systems natively understand only machine readable code, which is called binary code. So Java programs, however, these are written in high level language and needs to be translated into machine readable format. So that is what it is translating using these all components. So to bridge up this gap, we install Java on operating system when setting up a WebLogic environment for not only installation, but also for runtime. Why runtime? Because runtime is required in order to execute the bytecode, right? So which is done by your JVM. So executing the WebLogic server processes. And OS understands the machine code. Java bytecode is platform independent and must be run on a JVM only. So this JVM can be installed on any operating system. It comes with the JRE, or you can directly install JDK. And the JVM handles the conversion of bytecode to machine code. So these are the components. JDK, it is a complete package to develop, to compile, to
Can
debug.
you scroll up
Yeah.
1 second? Java bytecode is platform independent. Got it. Got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Yeah. So Java bytecode is platform independent. So which can be executed on any operating system that has got JRE or
JRE. With the
JDK.
help of JRE only, we can execute the class files, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So either you can install only the JRE or you can install Java development kit. But
JDK.
you have
Right.
to remember that only few applications require JRE, as I told,
JRE.
internal applications. Okay. So
Correct.
in order to invoke the application, but if you are working with WAR files, JAR files, or EAR files, then JDK is required to install, and it will include the JRE. Again, that contains JVM. Internally, it will execute your application, which is bytecode.
Right.
So when you deploy an application on WebLogic server, at the time of deployment, the compilation will happen. So once it is compiled, then only your WebLogic server will be able to execute the compiled code. Now it is clear, right?
Correct. 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 Understand.
Okay. Okay. So
Here,
that is what
here it is.
the
Here,
runtime.
here it is very clear here.
Okay, got it. Great. So fine. So JDK to develop, to compile and debug. So debug the Java application. So why debugging? The developer needs to debug if there is any issue. So needed for developers. JRE, it is a subset of JDK. So as you can see, it is a subset of JDK. It includes in the package, it contains only what is needed to run Java
To
applications. And
to execute our
it,
dot class files, correct?
exactly. So it is not used for development,
Development.
right? So JRE also contains core Java libraries. So these libraries, what is a library? So library is a collection of classes. And what is a class? Class is a collection of programs. And what is a program? Program is a collection of Java statements, methods, functions, right? So let me put it here.
Classes, constructors, all those are there.
Yes, yes. All these statements, functions, methods are used to write a program. And like this, multiple programs are collected into a class, and classes are multiple classes are combined to create a
Package.
library package. Exactly. So these libraries, so JRE Java contains some predefined libraries. So for example, you might have seen some arithmetic functions, additions, multiplication, some
Correct, correct,
loops and
correct,
all these
correct.
things. So these are all predefined Java libraries. Your developer is using the these libraries to
Libraries
write the
to
code.
create the program. Correct.
Exactly. Right. So JRE contains only what is needed, and JVM, it is a core part of JRE. It actually executes the Java bytecode and makes Java platform independent. You can take this bytecode and execute on any server. Java compiler, which is which converts the Java source files into bytecode that JVM can execute. So this is
So,
about Java, JDK, JRE.
so basically, Java compiler will compile our source code to bytecode, and that
Yes,
bytecode will be executed with the help of JVM, which is under JRE.
exactly, exactly. So let us see here Java hyphen version. You can verify whether the Java is installed or not. So here there is Open JDK. I don't know where it is getting from. Fine. So if I type Java C, I need to get some output, right? So this is okay. You can see the source path. So this is Java C options source files. So this is a compiler. This is the actual compiler. When you type Java
Compiler.
C, you need to get all these possible options. So this is a Java compiler that will compile your code to bytecode. Okay. So uh, coming to WebLogic setup, it needs Java environment. So Java environment contains the components JDK that provides with Java compiler and other development tools, and also JRE, which provides with JVM to run Java. And just a diagram, whatever we have discussed, it compiles the Java source to bytecode, Java compiler, and JRE provides with JVM, which executes the Java bytecode, and this will run inside the WebLogic server. So WebLogic server basically uses the JVM that comes with JDK. So Java components, you will write abc.java program and Java compiler Java C. To compile it, it generates abc.class, which is bytecode. And JVM reads the bytecode and executes it. Okay, let us see here. This application, you can see classes here. So these all are classes
Bytecode.
compiled bytecode. So if I right click and open it, so this is
It
a
will not be
bytecode.
understandable, right?
Yes, Yes, it is not
and understand by
human
voice
readable.
only.
Yeah, so binary. And the same thing, the Java source file. We